What's going on, guys? This is Peter here and you are watching another dungeon guide. This time we are traveling to the Ooze pit. Only one level dungeon and almost all enemies are the Ooze. You know, they are these funny looking jumping jelly type creatures with a very suicidal attitude. There are many different types of Ooze, but honestly only the shimmering Ooze and the earthbound Ooze are the bad ones. The shimmering ones have E-Surge, Spiritual Pain, so if you were thinking of Spirit Wave, forget about that. These guys destroy spirits very efficiently. And the earthbound Ooze have a Shockwave, Earthquake and many other earth magic skills, so generally speaking the allies and the mesmers must die as soon as possible or you will hate this place forever. But before we jump into the actual walkthrough, some basics of this dungeon. Like I said, there is only one level, hip hip hooray, you can do the whole thing in less than 20 minutes. And even though we are still in the Vanguard territory, completing the dungeon will get you dwarf points, I think 1000 in normal mode and 1500 in hard mode. And the end chest may contain two unique weapons, the Cerulean Edge, which is a sword, and the Chrysocolla staff. So keep an eye on these. Rack 9 version may be worth an arm race or two, especially on the staff. Okay, and now let me introduce you to my team. Our leader is a guy called Blessed-Ritu. According to his name, he's a ritualist, but he refuses to use Signet of Spirits bars because he has learned in the previous run that spirits suck big time here. So he is an As a Promise finisher with some channeling magic damage boost, and the two mesmers aren't new, but I think the two allies are. I thought some extra interrupt in the form of Thunderclap might be useful, also some additional air magic power, nothing too deadly but they do a decent job, and you know the Ooze always want to come close or they want to duplicate themselves and use AoE spells, hence why the extra interrupts or even knockdowns, snares, distraction like the Ebon Assassins are all a good choice. Furthermore, we have an ST Ritu. This is just the standard one, but I highly recommend you bring one. The Beep Necro is also a must have, and for the last hero spot I bring some Restoration Magic Pro Spirit Necro hybrid to help out Master of Whispers healing the party. I'm repeating myself, but I don't think a Minion Master or a Spirit Spammer is a great idea here. Lack of corpses and the Shimmering Ooze have Spiritual Pain, so rather don't bring anything like that. Alright, we are ready, let the fun begin. Just like in the previous video of mine, you can start from either Long Eyes Ledge or from Doomlore Shrine. I voted on the latter because the quest giver guy is here at the portal, but once you have the quest, really this is just personal preference, and the Vanguard title bonus might help a little bit on the way to the dungeon, but once you are inside you will not get any advantage from it since Ooze isn't Char. So leave the outpost and find Zir Fierce Rain. He's a Char NPC close to the portal. Talk to him and get the Watch It Jiggle quest. And the next few minutes include some Char, some Mantids, but this is not going to be a tough journey, so I will speed up this part and continue the narration once we are at the dungeon. Here we are, it didn't take long, around 3.5 minutes from Doomlore, and now talk to the Beacon of Draknar to get the Delver Blessing. The first group is perfect for some practice, for getting used to the Ooze and their builds. Generally speaking, I tend to focus on the Shimmering Ooze or on the Earthbound Ooze first. To me the other types are not as deadly as these are, and this tactic worked well for me, will work for you too. If you have brought an Ebon Assa, advise to aggro with that and try to knock down with You Move Like a Dwarf too. You can put Ancestor's Rage on the Evas or Splinter Weapon on him, but most of the time the Ooze one-shot the assassin quite fast. Still, I believe this is a good way to save a few seconds and give your heroes more time to spike the monsters. Some groups are different and have volatile Ooze. Those only have one goal, to explode themselves around us. They are not too dangerous, but you should keep an eye on those too. I would say the Ooze duplicate skill is worse, especially when an ally or a mass copies themselves, and then you must kill not one but two of the same type. And if you are lucky, a knockdown or an interrupt will prevent this duping stuff, but if you are not, try to finish off the low HP ones. You know, when they copy themselves, they lose 50% of their HP, so with an Asapromis bar you can kill those fast. Anyway, the versatile Ooze may drop this unstable gelatinous material, and you will need one piece of these, but not yet, only at the end of the dungeon, so don't pick them up. Now we are in a tricky room, we must slow down a bit. There are 2 rolling stones in this room and those can destroy anything they touch. Watch them, and when the time comes, go to the next gate. But don't open the gate yet, let the heroes do their job and only stand on the pedestal after the nearby Ooze are destroyed. I've run into trouble here in my previous run, so my advice is not to open the gate too early. If you face a big group like this, always check on your S tier too. We had some defensive spirits already active, but you might need some microing, otherwise you will end up like we do at the next group. We were too far from the defensive spirits and the AoE hits hard, meaning some of my heroes died. Luckily we have multiple resurrection skills, but yeah, these Ooze guys can hurt in big numbers. Now talk to the Beacon of Drockner again if you need some more reputation points, and check the Rolling Stone again, don't go too close. After this group we get another stone, and Zed was smart and got himself killed, and this stone has a very unusual path, so rotate the camera and check on the stone all the time. Now we have some running phase to do, no enemies for a while. A red shrine, some albino rats, I think those are the only freshy creatures in this place. Oh yeah, maybe the incubus too. Finally we reach a big group of Ooze. I tried my best to separate them, but it didn't really work. Perhaps this was one huge pile of Ooze, I don't know. My heroes did a great job though, we killed them fast. The next gate is closed, now we must find some unstable material and blow up the wall. Luckily there is one not too far away, not sure if it always drops here or you will have to walk back more. Maybe it was just pure luck, but once you have it, go back to the gate and drop it. And this next fight is the perfect example of when you should not use the Ebon Vanguard Assassin support. This battle started with small individual mobs, but somehow we managed to aggro the whole room, including Loop, the boss himself. Well, at least you see the bad examples too, not just the good ones. The Red Shrine is a bit far away because we didn't trigger the closer one, but we will have our revenge, don't you worry guys. To be honest, all we need is Gloop himself for the boss key, and somehow he stays close to the gate, and after your soul twisting ritual is ready, YOLO, kill what's necessary, pick up the boss key and leave the room. Now we gotta go back across the lake, get the Red Shrine and kill these 2 Stormcloud Incubus. turn right at this crossroad, and if you get a lucky spawn you can run past them and reach the boss lock very easily. Alright guys, we've made it to the boss room. There are not one, not two, but three bosses in this dungeon. All three are the same build, same name, same everything. Prismatic Ooze, powerful elementals with a nasty skill called Gelatinous Absorption. Basically you have 15 seconds to kill any of these Ooze, because this absorption skill will convert all types of damage to healing. And because of their AoE heavy builds, you know, Chain Lightning, Deep Freeze, Earthquake, Rosgor's Invocation, you must flag your heroes like I do. Using these tactics and with the help of the Soul Twisting Ritu we can defeat them kind of easily, but you will see they can heal and make their HP full easily with this absorption stuff. There is one rule of thumb though: when you do 0 damage, so when their monster only skills are active, don't spam all your skills, wait and focus your damage once the healing skill wears off. Defeating any of the prismatic Ooze will spawn additional smaller Ooze, so don't kill all 3 bosses at the same time, because you will get overwhelmed by the spawns. When you have killed them all, go and get the prismatic chest, open it and map travel back to Doomlord Shrine. Go out and get the quest reward too. So guys, this was the Ooze Pit dungeon guide, hope you enjoyed it, thanks for watching, don't forget to sub or rate the video and see you in the next one.